Hi guys, it's Tuesday, so it's Down and Dirty Woodscraft. Stay with me. Okay, today is going to be something real simple. Right now it is the 1st of October and I am 24 hours out from a hurricane rolling over me. At present, Hurricane Michael is said to be a 2 or 3, possibly a 4. They don't know, it's strengthening. So I need to get this out and get this posted. So if I don't post something in the next few days, I'm dealing with a hurricane afterwards. So just bear with me guys. But for today, let's talk about something we carry in our fire kit. I carry a Bic lighter in my fire kit, like many people do. And one of the tricks I do to keep the button jammed up on it is I take a length of jute twine and I wrap it pretty tightly around it. This acts as a source of tinder right quick to make a bird's nest out of. And it also keeps me from losing my fuel out of my lighter. So I've got my lighter ready to go. I always want to pick a color of lighter that I can see. I don't want any black lighters or dark forest green or camouflage lighters. I want something, if I drop it, I can see it. But what if I want to do something else with this? Now, what I'm about to show you doesn't just apply to lighters. It's when you've got something and you want to put a little loop or a lanyard on it. For example, on my stitch gear knife sheath, I carry a ferro rod. Now what this is a good thick ferro rod that I put a lanyard and piece of bank line and duct tape with a piece of elastic. That way I can put it in place and then flip it underneath and lock it so it will not come out of that loop by itself no matter what. I have to unlock it to get it. If I really want to secure it, I'll do it that way and lock it under it. It ain't going nowhere. But ferro rods, especially these blanks like you get, are normally good, and I like this good thick blank. But the problem with it is there's no handle on it. And if they've got a pressed on handle, usually that doesn't last very long. So what I do, and I'm about to show you this, is I take a piece of bank line and some sort of tape and I'm making a loop, something I can carry it with. Now what this will bear dividends for us is, one, like I showed, putting it on my knife sheath with some way of securing it where it's not going to pop off, and therefore when I really need it, I've lost it. But remember that lighter? I got to thinking about it. You know those little mini Bic lighters? What if I made it the pull on my pack or my rucksack? That zipper that you've got on your rucksack, you know, those little minis are pretty small. What if I did this technique and made it where it became the fob on the end of the sack? It would always be part of the pack. Or if I've got that loop, now I can put it on a key ring to carry on my belt or wear around my neck. If I'm going to be canoeing in very cold conditions, I'm going to have a waterproof lighter. It will have a piece of rubber stretched around it and it'll be hanging around my neck. There will also probably be on my person some sort of tinder ready to go, usually fat lighter, so that if I take a severe dunking and I claw my way up to the bank, I got a fire quickly. But let's show you what we're going to do with this. Now, what you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of bank line, and you can do it two different ways. The first way I'm going to show you is you're going to take a length of a couple of inches long, about like that. You're going to take a, say, 3 or 4 inch piece of bank line. You're going to tie a knot in both ends, right in the end of it. Just a standard overhand knot, kind of tight, making sure you ain't got a big tab sticking up or something. And then you're going to take a strip of duct tape. Now, duct tape has many uses. This is an emergency band-aid. This is an emergency source of tinder. This is an emergency repair kit. This is an emergency source of a lot of different uses, so putting it on here increases the value of that lighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to stick one of that knot directly to the tape, just like that. And then I'm going to stick that facing uphill, so the rest of the fabric goes uphill. Okay? I'm going to come over the top. I'm going to lay the other knot on the other side, and I'm going to wrap the tape around, pulling it good and tight. I'm going to go around one complete loop. Now I'm going to take that tape and fold it back upwards. Now it's going to grab and pull up pretty tightly because this is short, like that. Holding it up nice and tight, I'm going to continue wrapping that tape around, making sure I don't kink it up. If you do, stop, fix it. Pull that thing up, roll it over, pull, roll over. Go around a couple of times, just like that. Now I've got a loop right there. I can cut them little divvies off, but that little loop right there allows me to hook it to a key ring. Now it'll hang suspended from my neck, whatever. I can increase the amount of duct tape on here, but by doubling it back in two different directions, it ain't gonna come off of there. That's gonna be there. Now make my duct tape where I can grab it if I need to, but I've got a good solid lanyard that's not gonna come loose. Now the other way is I would take a piece and I would simply tie an overhand knot and put the loop on the very bottom, fold the two sides down, go around the tape, and then fold the loop back up and go around. Same basic idea. How about using colored duct tape, bright orange or something, to help you be able to see it? As I've said in the past, I do not want any survival equipment that's black or can't be seen. It needs to be a color that stands out against the foliage, against the leaves, something that if I drop it, I can find it. Because many times in the very thick stuff, if it drops and a leaf gets over it, or it drops and it blends in, you'll spend an hour going through it going, I saw it go right here, before you ever find it. So, to recap, putting a lanyard onto a piece of gear, such as the Ferro Rod, such as your lighter, such as any other small piece of gear, can be a big assistance in having that gear when you need it. Now, I like to, like I said, if it's going to be over water, I'm going to have a lighter or something hanging around my neck so I can get to it no matter what. I don't want nothing on a long lanyard I can pull out here because that might tangle me up. Just something like a dog tag hanging up under a shirt will be out of the way, out of sight, and out of mind. Making sure that it is waterproof. They make little cases for lighters and little rubber things for lighters. A condom works great. Just stretch up around one and pull it up tight, and that's what I did with my canoeing one. It's just got a condom, actually a finger cot, you know, up over it, and then a piece of tape to seal it at the top so it can be underwater. It won't matter. When I get there, I'm going to have some fire. I'm going to have some light. Hope this gives you some ideas, guys. Please leave any questions or comments below. Until next time, I'll see you on the other side of this hurricane. I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Woodscraft, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.